Hi guys, keep on watching the Kelvin TV and subscribe.
Hi guys, my name is Amoji Kelvin and you're welcome back to Nest Kelvin TV. Guys, I want to take this opportunity to wish all our potential mothers out there happy Mother's Day. I mean, ensure I will for baby. If not because of our mothers, we wouldn't be here. They have done a lot in our life, and we ask for God's greatness, His blessings, and grace upon them. Guys, let's continue. On this episode, I want us to talk about how to write a proper nurse's note. Guys, thank you guys for the support you guys have been giving me ever since we started this journey, and also thank you guys for the feedback from the nurses care plan. This episode is going to be the basis, like the way we did the nursing care plan. I did the basis before I came to the practical aspect. Then this one too, that's how we are going to do it. I'm going to talk about the basis of the nursing note, how to go about it, the things you need to know before writing the nurse's note, how to start it and go about the nurse's note. That's what we are going to do in this video. Then on the next episode, we are going to have a practical writing of the nurse's note. Yeah, that one I'll present. I'll make sure that I'll print a beautiful sheet of the nurse's note so that all of us will get to know how the nurse's notes look like and how we are going to write it and go about it. So thank you guys for the love and support that you've given to me. Please subscribe to this channel, turn on the post notification so that anytime I'll drop a video on this channel, you'll be the first to watch. Also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube as usual. Yeah, everywhere is Nurse Kelvin TV. Guys, let's get into it. So when we talk of the nursing note or the nurse's note, the nurse's note is a record that contains or that details the care you've given to the patient, how the patient responded, and the important changes that you are going to notice on the patient. So this nurse's note, is not about you writing something just alone, but it's also part of the patient's legal records. Because should in case you are caring for this patient and maybe the patient will maybe but free me there. The nurse's note is going to guide you. Should in case the patient family is going to take you on. So maybe we say because of the nurse's note, it will let them get to know about the legal records of the patient, the time you served the medication, the time you gave this, the things you did, the things you did for the patient, all the care you give for the patient, the interventions that you did for the patient. This is what the nursing note, the nurse's note is going to entail or going to deal with. So on this episode, that's what we are going to talk about. So I've let you know what the nurse's note is. But also know, sir, this nurse's note is also a communication between health care providers because of the nurse's note, since I'm a nurse and also we run shift. So I'm going to make sure, yeah, me ba, yeah, my ba me shift in the afternoon. Because of the nurse's note I've written, it will let the nurse who is also coming, another nurse or the nurse who is maybe coming in the evening, will get to know the care I've given to the patient already. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it will let that person get to know the care I have given to the patient already. So he or she is also going to take it from where I stopped, then continue on with the care. And also, it's used for research and also patient care continuity. So this note, is also going to use for research. Maybe the patient has been he has been care for the patient. We have been caring for the patient, but still now we are not seeing any changes in the patient's condition and all those stuff. Because of this nurse's note, it will let us know. So when you make journey, then you do further research to get to know maybe there is something that is maybe causing this or that. So yes, so this nurse's note is going to let us know so that we can continue on with the care that we are going to give to the patient. Then it also helps doctors, nurses, and the whole healthcare to understand the patient condition and progress. And even when you are not there, so it will help them to understand the patient condition, the progress ahead and about. Maybe the patient came to the ward with maybe the temperature of 39 degrees Celsius. So but due to the nurse's note and the mandate and the intervention you've given to the patient, maybe before you who free ward on now the patient temperature has reduced to maybe 37.1, meaning there has been a reduction. So there has been progress in the intervention that you are giving to the patient. So it is going to help them to get to understand the patient condition, then the progress that you have made without even your notice. You get me, guys? Then we have different formats in writing the nurse's note. Your format be already through the nurse's note. The first one is the SOAP. Then the second one is what is the DAR method. So the first one is the SOAP method or the SOAP format. Then the second one is what is the DAR method. But when we talk of the SOAP, the S stand for subjective. The S stand for subjective. The O stand for objective. Then the A stand for assessment. Then the P stand for plan or planning. So when we talk of the subjective is talking about what the patient is going to tell you. What the patient is going to tell you. Then the objective is what you, the nurse, you're going to observe. What you, the nurse, you're going to observe and see on the patient. The things that you're going to observe and see on the patient. The things that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to check the vital signs. You're going to check the RBS. You're going to, like, a lot of stuff that you're going to do on the patient. And then what? The objective. Then when we come to the assessment is what? Is the nursing judgment. After you've assessed the patient, what have you seen? You're going to check the signs and symptoms. The signs and symptoms the patient is going to present. To based on it, to maybe give a diagnosis or get to know what is wrong with the patient. Then when we talk of the P will talk about what? The plan or the intervention you've given already, or the plan of the intervention you want to give. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's known as what? The SOAP format. Then we have the DAR format, DAR method. When we talk of the DAR method too is also another method in writing, or that's being used to write the nurse's note, which the D stand for data. So the D stand for the data, which is both subjective and the objective. So the data contains what? Both subjective and the objective, the thing you are going to do for the patient and what the patient is going to tell you. Then we have the A. The A stands for what? Action. The action of what you did or what you are going to do for the patient. Action of what you did and what you are going to do for the patient. Then we have the R, which is the response. The response. So how did the patient respond? So the response, after you have given the intervention to the patient, how did the patient responded to that thing that you've done for him or her? So now let's take example of the SOAP method. So the SOAP method, we trust that the S is for subjective. So maybe the patient will complain or will say, I feel sharp pain in my abdomen. So the patient will tell you, say, please, I feel what? Sharp pain in my abdomen. So let's come to what? The objective part. Maybe the patient what? Gramacing or guarding what? An abdominal pain or guarding abdomen. You see, then when we come to what? The assessment, patient possible has what? An infection. So that one, I told you that one is what? Is the nursing judgment. So the thing that you are going to assess and what you are going to what? Come up with. So your nursing judgment. So you are going to say maybe the patient is what? Possible to have what? An infection. You see, under there. Then the thing you are going to also say under the P, which is the planning. You say maybe administered, prescribed paracetamol, informed the doctor. Talking about the things now we and what the patient told you. The things that you did for the patient when you came to the ward. And their friend what? And their friend the nurse's note. That's what you're going to document. Into check here, maybe the vital signs was checked, the BP was this, the temperature was this, the heart rate was this, maybe the SpO2 was this and that. Like the things that you did for the patient, you are going to make sure you detail everything in the nurse's note. So when the patient came to the hospital, you made a comfortable bed for the patient. You made sure the patient privacy was what? Ensured and all those stuff. So these things, are the things that you are going to write on your nurse's note. So guys, let's get to know the key things you need to know when you are writing the nurse's note. So on the next episode, we are going to make sure, or we are going to write the nurse's note together. You will take one patient, then you will write nurse's note for the patient, for all of us here to understand. So guys, let's continue. So These are the key things to keep you need to keep in mind when you are writing the nurse's note. So the first one, you need to write it immediately after giving care, or immediately after care is given. So immediately after, maybe going to the patient and making sure giving the intervention, giving the prescribed medication, making sure the patient is comfortable in bed and all those stuff. Immediately after you are done, please go and write your nurse's note. It is very important. You need to write it immediately after the care is given. Then the next one is you need to use a black ink if you are writing it manual. You see, so now when we go to the hospital, we have a software that we use to write the nurse's note now. At first, we were writing it manually. So when we are writing it manually, make sure you use a black ink pen when you are writing it manually in the nurse's note. You see it? Yes, but when you're using the computer, you see that one, you just log into your account, just type whatever you want to type, then you are done. Then the next thing that you need to do is you need to avoid vague words like doing well. So you need to avoid them. Then you need to use approved medical abbreviations only. So you need to use approved medical abbreviations only. Don't use any like abbreviation that is not part of or it has not been approved. Say we are contract AAA. Then you have added it in. You need to use the one that has been approved. So as time goes on, I'll come and talk about abbreviations in maybe pharmacology and all this stuff. Yes. Then you need to make sure that you don't leave any space when you are writing the nurse's note. Don't leave spaces and train the spaces. Put your one and one line, 2 lines, one better. Just write everything together. Then also sign. You need to sign after you are done writing everything. You need to sign. You need to write the date. Then you need to make sure that you write your name. Write your name. You need to sign. So I will let you know how the things are being structured, how we are going to use each format to write the nurse's note. So you need to know the patient name, you need to know the bed number, you need to know everything about the patient. Thank you guys for watching. This is just the basis of the nurse's note. In episode 2, we will be writing. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye-bye.